yeah, it goes on for ages. I just round it down to 3. My buildings are falling down. So, anyway, how long have I got, by the way? I don't... About a minute? Okay. I'll tell you a story where this is... what's in the big book? I've got all manner of things in this, but this, I wish this was a character. It's not. I really am like this. And sometimes people meet me afterwards and they kind of go, I love that. Oh, fuck. This is real. And my wife loves the fact that I travel all the time. Where are you going? America for 2 weeks. Oh, yes. And then I get back home and there's just this kind of, just this sigh and a sense of sadness. They get out, don't watch the television with me, you ruin it. Your comments. And so, right, I'm going to tell this, I don't want to tell a story about, because this is one of the reasons I was doing this tonight as well. Neil deGrasse Tyson said when I was over here, when I did the gig in London, I think I talked about this a while ago. Oh, no, fuck it, it's boring. So anyway, right, so the story I want to tell is about the fact that even though I'm quite English, there's another side of me that's not very English, where I was actually one of my favourite overheard things. I overheard this thing. I was in the Lower East Side, and there were these 2 women with these really kind of what I would consider to be sassy voices, and they were talking basically about some guy who'd been beaten to death and the blood everywhere, and I was thinking, fucking hell. And then I realised they were just talking about the previous night's episode of The Sopranos, but it was just for a moment I thought, well, oh no, it's not as authentic as I'd hoped. And so, I was about 2 weeks before I came over here, I was in a coffee bar in London, and we still call them coffee bars, and we've recently had jazz, it's very exciting. And, slow it down, for heaven's sake, and stop wiggling the boaters, it's becoming erotic. So anyway, I was sitting in this coffee bar, and I was reading a novel about giant killer crabs from the 1970s, and I was having just a black coffee because I'm a big fan of Jack Kerouac, and a piece of cake. And you don't need to know the cake, I can't really remember it. It was all right, it was a little bit disappointing. It was a Sunday that I'd out for a couple of days. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and just nothing's really going on. It's really packed. It's a Sunday, and it's filled with people, and I go it's by a railway station. There's lots of people about to get trains, and then this man comes into the coffee bar. And there's only one person working at the coffee bar. There's just one woman, like a single barista. She's working behind the coffee bar, and this guy comes in and he starts shouting abuse. And I won't say the exact words he said, I'll give you an equivalent, right? He's kind of going, you cow! You silly cow! But it wasn't silly or cow, it was different words. And, but he got quite acerbic with the way he delivered them, right? And I'm kind of just thinking, oh, it's just, you know, one of those moments in a city. And then he's getting kind of more and more vicious with his words, and then at one point he shouts to this woman, she's just on there, and he goes, you cow, you silly cow, right, neither of those words, but close, similar letters, right, you silly cow, look at you, you're not even from this country, and you've got a job here in this coffee bar, and I'm from this country, and I haven't fucking got a job here. And when he said that, I thought, well, do you know what, even if she hadn't got the job, I don't think he would have been a close second, right? You know, some people you see and you think, you're not really made to be a barista, you haven't got, work at American Airlines maybe, but it's not, you know, going, here's your coffee all over your face, and your muffin, you know, so then it keeps kind of building up, and then I look up, and there's this bit where he's trying to go behind the counter, and then he's pulled back, and I eventually think, oh, well, why is no one doing anything? He's got quite brutal, no one's doing anything. And eventually I think, oh no, it's going to have to be me. Because no one else is getting involved. And I'm further away than everyone else, and if you think of Hollywood Central casting, right, this is very rarely the face of the guy who gets involved in the fight situation. This is kind of the face of that meddling scientist who's made us all zombies, or an annoyed neighbour. Right? That's not the fight guy, right? So I put my rucksack on and I just go straight, and he's still shouting, and I just stand opposite him initially, right? And I think I had the kind of the element of surprise on my side, because again, this was not the face he was taking. This was another return to my Mr. Magooishness. I looked as if I was just standing opposite him and going, the Coca-Cola machine seems to be broken, right? So it's like, well, he didn't make so much noise, right? So he's kind of like this. He's not who he's meant to look like, and then he just looks at me and goes, "What are you going to do about it?" And I went, "Nothing. I'm not going to do anything at all. I'm just going to stand here until you calm down. That's what I'm going to do." And he went, "I could knock you from here all the way through to next week." I said, "Well, if you can, you should go and work at CERN, at the Large Hadron would save a lot of the kind of energy that happens." And he didn't get the joke, and I'm here, you know. So this is kind of, and now I'm going through, you know, that many worlds moment where you see all the different ways you're going to die in a split second, right? I'm seeing, you know, the bottle he breaks and he sticks it in my face, and I'm saying he's suddenly got a gun that I didn't know about, and the knife comes out, all these different things. I'm thinking about what my best move is, and I think my best move is merely my glasses. Because I don't know. The only move I know is I saw Karate Kid, and I thought, you know, I'm not going to get that kind of. So I thought, if he punches me really hard and it breaks my glasses, and then it cuts his knuckles, that's my best move. Is bad optical wear. Poorly made optical wear may save my life, right? So I'm just waiting to die. I'm just standing, and this is what annoyed me, is there were loads of real men around, proper men, what I would call first look men, right? I'm not a first look man. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. You know, that's kind of look. Like men who, I'm a man, proper men who, they like cars, and they like the cover of Sports Illustrated's swimwear issue, which is really fucking freaky, by the way. Anyway, look, so that's a different subject, right? So I just, and eventually, right, so I'm thinking I'm about to die, and this big man just walked behind me and tapped me on the shoulder and went, "Well done, mate, I'll take over now." But he only did it out of shame. His girlfriend had clearly gone, "Have you seen the one that has got him?"